News' hot mess.
KXTE-FM HD1, Pahrump, Las Vegas.
It's so sick, bro.
Broadcasting from the Dollar Loan Center Don'tBeBroke.com studio.
I love it.
It's time for the Lunchtime Double Stack with MJ.
You guys, guess who's hosting the Double Stack with me today?
Hey, everybody, it's Chris from Dashboard Confessional, and I have the honor of hosting the Double Stack with MJ. Get ready!
Oh, we're ready. Tomorrow night, Dashboard Confessional, All-American Rejects, live at the Pearl.
That's true. We're on our way.
So are you guys like best buds? How did that tour come together?
Yeah, we are old friends, and we've been friends for a long time, but we're also, I guess I speak for both bands, but we're mutual fans also. And there's always this short list I have going of bands that I would love to tour with, and they're always on it. We've tried to put this together for quite a while, but we're always on like opposite schedules. Somehow their releases come out the exact opposite time of the year than ours do. We finally got it right.
Your previous album was 2009, so do we have some new stuff to unveil? Or are we're working the hits?
Yeah, we're working the hits, but yeah, we're also working on new music. I'll be honest with you, I would like to play one or two new songs for you guys, but that's about it. I think when I go to a show, I want to hear the songs I know and love.
Yeah.
We're working on a new record whenever we decide it's finished and whenever we decide it comes out and whenever you have it in your hands. That's when I think it's the right time to start playing those songs.
Perfect, because I know when I go, I want to hear some screaming infidelities. I want to hear Vindicated. I want to cry a little bit, you know?
When I go to, I think I like when bands play new stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't like when they go overboard. And I like when people do different renditions of their songs. I just don't like when they're unrecognizable.
Yeah, new music is best sprinkled in between the hits. And I know you guys do some really great covers, too.
Yeah, we do lots of covers. I think we've released 3 full-length cover records. We did Love Yourself. We did a song by the 1975. We did Using by Sorority Noise. And we did a Julian Baker song. I think we might have one cool cover coming out in the next couple of days.
Oh, you're getting us excited. You guys, Dashboard Confessional, All-American Rejects tomorrow night at the Pearl. I know, Chris, you have a pair of tickets to give away. But first, we're going to take a quick break, and let's rock some Dashboard. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Chris from Dashboard Confessional. Here's our song, Screaming Infidelity, on X1075.
I'm missing your bed, I never sleep. Screaming infidelities, and taking it to where.
X1075, it's MJ back with Chris from Dashboard Confessional, who's hosting the Double Stack with me. Chris, when you first got on the radio, what was that feeling like?
Well, it was this very strange paradigm shift. It's like, how did we get on the radio with these bands? I quite liked that era that predated our turn at radio. It was another like rotation of reinvention of the format and all that stuff right before we got on the radio. You know, you had everything from like Korn to like Stone Temple Pilots at the same time and Smashing Pumpkins. But then there was also like that era where there was like a lot of Creed, a lot of like Nickelback and things like that. So it seemed like compared to all those bands, me and my peers had no place being there. And then all of a sudden we were invited to the party.
Yeah, right. The early 2000s, then the emo genre. Still rock and roll, but more love songs, more emotionless attitude.
We were all these hardcore kids from punk rock backgrounds and hardcore bands, and but had this like secret love of melody. Like we'd also grown up listening to the Smiths and the Cure, Smashing Pumpkins and Jane's Addiction, and like Led Zeppelin and Fleetwood Mac, and you know, like things that we weren't supposed to say we were inspired by.
Right,
we were only supposed to be inspired by Hatebreed and Madball and stuff.
Almost like the music you listened to kind of defined your coolness.
Look, we got honest with ourselves and embraced melody as the centerpiece of what we were doing. So even if our songs were heavy or weren't heavy, they were going to be steeped in melody.
Well, Chris, you guys, Dashboard Confessional, definitely some of the pioneers of emo in 2000. And let's take another quick break. I want to hear a song request from you, something that inspired you from when you were getting started and got the band going.
Well, I'll tell you what song I would love to hear.
Yes, tell me.
One of my favorite songs of all time, brings me back, and I think is probably like one of the cornerstones of the alternative movement, and that is Today by the Smashing Pumpkins.
X1075, it's MJ. Having so much fun chatting with you today, Chris. Chris from Dashboard Confessional, you guys, tomorrow night at the Pearl with All-American Rejects. He does have some tickets for you, so just hang tight. Chris, I'm sure you've had some very interesting interactions with fans. What can you share with us?
You know, there's all kinds of ones. You know, we do a lot of Make-A-Wish, and that sticks with you for the obvious reasons, you know?
For sure.
And then there's people that tell you that they got married walking down the aisle to one of your songs, and depending on the song, it's either like that's a glorious thing, or you're like, hope this works out. What I think boggles my mind the most, though, to be honest, is the sheer number of tattoos people have related to my band. Every day they show me lyrics or album covers or our logo. Or
has anybody like pulled down their pants and like showed you their Dashboard Confessional tattoo on their butt or anything?
Yes. Not only their butt. And I have to tell you an embarrassing story. I don't know who was embarrassed. I think probably for all parties. My uncle was a OBGYN.
Okay.
I got a call from him after he'd seen one of his patients. Of course, he wouldn't say who.
Oh, my God.
Not that I wanted to know, but he was, well, imagine my surprise when I see your band name staring back at me from a region that is more my domain than yours.
Wow.
So, sorry, Unc. I said I don't know. I don't plant these things, but that's a pretty good one. If I was trying for a practical joke, but nope.
I wonder if he was probably sitting there like, should I tell her that this is my nephew's band?
I think it came up. Same last name. I think there was a conversation had there.
That
I'm
is so great.
And frankly, the one I had with Doc was uncomfortable enough as it was.
That is so great. Well, she probably got all her friends to go to him, too. She's like, you won't believe who his nephew is.
Yes, I'm really improving. I really improved his practice for a number of years there, I'm sure.
Oh, my gosh, that is gold. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love it. Oh, my gosh. You guys, we've got Chris from Dashboard Confessional on the line right now, coming with All American Rejects this Saturday night to the Pearl, which is an incredible venue. You guys are going to have such a great time. So, Chris, I'm going to let you hand out some tickets and then take us out with a song.
Hey, everybody. It's Chris from Dashboard Confessional. Come see us tomorrow night at the Pearl. If you're caller 10-702-791-1075.
Chris, you're so cool. Thanks for hosting the Double Stack with me today. And it's only proper you take us home.
What's up, peeps? It's Chris Carrabba from Dashboard Confessional. Here's our song, Vindicated, on X1075. Thanks.